You're awake. I was hoping you'd wake before the lights changed. The hospital always feels different after that. Oh no, don't sit up just yet. There's no rush. You've been resting for quite some time. 1 more minute won't make any difference. That's better. Just breathe normally. I'm going to ask you a few routine questions. Can you tell me your name? Interesting. That's what you said before, and the time before that. You seem very certain. That's usually a good sign. Now, can you tell me where you think you are? A hospital. Yes, that's correct. At least, mostly. Can you remember arriving here? Take your time. Don't force it. People often discover memories by allowing them to drift back naturally, not by chasing them. Nothing? That's all right. Memory is a delicate thing. Sometimes it protects us. Sometimes it hides from us. Sometimes it belongs to someone else entirely. There's no need to worry. That's why I'm here, to help. You're studying my face. Most patients do. They're usually looking for reassurance. I hope you find some. I've been told I have a comforting voice. I do try. People deserve kindness when they're frightened. Especially here. Would you like some water? Good. Small sips. There we are. Much better. Now, I have your chart, or rather, I have a chart. It contains your observations, your pulse, your breathing, your sleep patterns, the number of times you've woken, the questions you've been asked, the dreams you've described. Everything appears perfectly ordinary, except one tiny detail. Your name isn't on it. No, don't look alarmed. It's probably an administrative mistake. Hospitals make those all the time. Wrong labels and lost files, misplaced forms, entire wings that nobody remembers building. These things happen. You're wondering what hospital this is. That's an excellent question. Unfortunately, the signs keep changing. I've stopped reading them. It saves time. Can I ask you something unusual? Have you noticed the silence? Most hospitals are noisy. Footsteps, conversations, machines, doors opening, phones ringing, but this one has always been remarkably quiet. Almost as though everyone is trying not to wake someone. I've never discovered who. Forgive me, I'm wandering again. Doctors aren't supposed to do that. Professionalism, structure, Routine. Those things help people feel safe, so let's stay with the routine. Can you squeeze my hand? Good. Excellent strength. Follow my finger. Perfect. No dizziness? Wonderful. You're doing much better than yesterday. Although yesterday is difficult to define around here. You keep glancing at the door. I understand. It's instinct. Whenever we're uncertain, we look for an exit. The curious thing is, I've worked here for a very long time, and I don't remember that door being there before today. Perhaps it always was. Perhaps it wasn't. Buildings change, especially when nobody is looking. Would you like to hear something reassuring? You aren't dying. Not today. I've checked several times. Your heart is wonderfully steady. Your breathing is calm and you're warm, present, aware. Whatever brought you here, it isn't happening now. What brought you here? No, I don't mean the illness, I mean the moment. Everyone arrives because of a moment. A missed train, a phone call, a wrong turn, a storm, a sleepless night, someone opening the wrong door. There's always a moment, and yet, according to every record I've searched, you never arrived at all. I know, that doesn't make sense. It bothers me too. Yesterday I asked the admissions desk and they smiled politely and said they'd never heard your name. I checked security. No footage, no entry, no ambulance, nothing. The porter insisted this room has been empty for years. Then he looked inside, saw you, apologised and walked away. When I asked him about it later, he couldn't even remember our conversation. Strange, strange place. Still, the tea is surprisingly good. Would you like some? There, careful. It's warm. Not too warm. I always test it first. You're feeling calmer now, I can tell. People breathe differently once they realise someone is staying with them. Loneliness makes rooms much colder. Tell me, have you noticed the window? Don't worry, I'm not asking you to look through it, just have you noticed it? Good. Most people don't. Curtains have a way of attracting attention instead. They're very good at pretending to be walls. I looked outside once. Only once. The view was different every hour. Mornings overlooked the sea. The afternoon overlooked a city. An evening overlooked mountains. At midnight, there was another hospital, exactly like this one, with someone standing in this room, looking back. I haven't opened the curtains since. Some things don't improve with a second opinion. Forgive me. I shouldn't fill your head with stories. Recovery first, questions later. That's always been my philosophy, even if the questions keep arriving anyway. Do you hear that? No? Good. Neither do I. That's what concerns me. Every evening around this time, I expect to hear the night staff changing shifts. The trolley wheels, the lift doors, the voices, but nothing. Every single night. Nothing. It's almost too quiet. Silence shouldn't feel crowded, and yet somehow it does. I've been thinking about your chart. Would you like to know what it says? It describes your temperature, blood pressure, pulse, and then halfway down the page the handwriting changes, and it isn't mine. It simply says, "Do not let the patient remember the corridor." That's all. No explanation, no signature, no date, just that sentence. I've spent weeks trying to remember a corridor, and oddly enough, I can't. Does that expression mean something to you? No? Good. Let's hope it stays that way. You're beginning to trust me. I appreciate that. Trust isn't given. It's grown quietly, patiently, one conversation at a time. Besides, if I wanted to frighten you, I'd tell you what happened when I tried to leave. Oh, no, sorry, perhaps another time. Some stories are better left unopened. Like old medicine cabinets. The lights are flickering. Don't look up. They dislike attention. I've noticed that. Whenever someone stares at them, they go out. Then, when they come back, someone has moved. Usually me. Once it was the room itself. That was inconvenient. It took me hours to find my patients again. Oh, you smiled. That's nice. Laughter belongs in hospitals. People forget that. Healing isn't always solemn. Sometimes it's simply having someone sit beside you while the impossible pretends to be ordinary. I'm going to ask one final question. It's important. Think carefully. Have you seen anyone else since waking? Anyone at all? A nurse? Another patient? a cleaner, someone passing the door. Anyone. No, neither have I. And that's rather difficult to explain, because according to my schedule, this ward should be full. Every room occupied. Every bed in use. Every patient requiring care, and yet every morning I only ever find you. I've started wondering something. Not about you. About me. Would you do me a kindness? If you ever leave this place, if the doors finally open, and you find yourself standing outside beneath an ordinary sky, would you ask someone my name? Not doctor. My actual name. I can't seem to remember it anymore. And that worries me more than your missing records. Oh, listen, do you hear that? Footsteps. Finally, someone's coming. That's wonderful. Perhaps they'll know. Perhaps they'll explain everything. Perhaps... No, never mind. They've stopped. Right outside the door. They always stop there. They never come in. I've never understood why. It's all right. You're safe. Whatever waits in the corridor has never entered this room, not once. Almost as though it's waiting for permission. Or perhaps for recognition. Let's not give it either. We'll simply sit here. Just for a little while longer. You don't have to understand everything tonight. Neither do I. Sometimes surviving the mystery is enough. So, just rest. Close your eyes if you'd like. I'll remain here, keeping watch. And if, by morning, someone finally finds your admission record, we'll both be relieved, though, between you and me, I have a feeling they'll discover something much stronger. Not that you are admitted, but that this hospital has no record of ever existing at all.